I Will Always Review. It's a series making music appreciation simple. Today's song is Pink Venom by Blackpink. When it was released, it was the first track in 2 years from one of K-pop's biggest but least prolific groups. Despite the hype, it received a mixed response, even from some Blinks, the group's loyal fandom. The song's central premise warns that Blackpink are sweet but deadly. But beyond the pre-chorus's poisonous flowers and brutal beauty, this idea doesn't go anywhere. The lyrics are stuffed with designer brand name drops and quotes from pop and hip-hop tracks. Take the opening line, which does both, referencing the Notorious B.I.G.'s track Kick in the Door. The image of Biggie's 4/4 revolver being swapped for Chanel is playful, but doesn't quite sit right. The second verse makes good use of internal rhyme and assonance with its stacked I sounds, but it doesn't make up for the lax, directionless approach overall, so the lyrics grade is E+. On the pre-chorus and bridge, the rapping gives way to melodies, but these feel hemmed in. They mostly stick to the beat and move mainly by descending steps within a small range. The vocal phrasing and emphasis generally feel natural, with good variation in line lengths, and the tune's relationship with the accompaniment is surprisingly out there for a pop song. In both the pre-chorus and bridge, these parts use different scales, creating musical conflict. We'll look at this in more detail in a separate analysis video on Pink Venom's use of contrast. There are some interesting ideas here, but with mixed execution, so the music grade is C. Rappers Lisa and Jennie enjoy their roles, with braggadocious verses and casual shoulder-shrugging taunts in the chorus. Jisoo sounds a little constrained by the pre-chorus, which may have been written with fellow singer Rosé's voice in mind. But both make good use of breath and vocal cry, providing the song's more emotive moments. And Rosé's melisma in the bridge is a neat touch, showing control without getting carried away. In comparison, the programmed instrumental parts often feel lacking. Take the bass, which just sticks on the note E for the first verse, and elsewhere seems absent. This detracts from the positives of the lead vocals, so the performance grade is C-. The use of the konmongo, a traditional Korean zither, gives the production a distinctive sound. That's complemented by the reed instrument that snakes around Lisa's part in the first verse. Meanwhile, the second verse lurches into 90s G-funk, complete with a boom-bap beat. The room sound on the snare is a nice detail, recalling a time when more acoustic drum loops were the norm, but the verse feels isolated compared with the more trap-influenced sections that surround it. There isn't really a cohesive vision to tie things together, so the production grade is D+. The song's biggest issue is that it hops from idea to idea, not trusting our attention span. The transitions don't help. The abrupt entry of verse 2 underlines that stark change of texture, and that conflicted pre-chorus makes the build to the anti-drop chorus feel underwhelming. Even the onomatopoeic outro adds new material, rather than developing what's come before. Blackpink have long been accused of using a strict formula for putting together their songs. Here, it's like they're tinkering about without fully thinking it through, so the structure grade is E. Before we wrap up, help the channel out by taking a second to like and subscribe. The central premise of Pink Venom could have been put to good use, so it's a shame that the lyrics don't show much interest in it. The production's tonal shifts keep things fresh, but little thought is given to how they impact the song as a whole. If that doesn't faze us, there are some strong vocal parts here, and a lot of fun to be had. But the end product is too unfocused, so the final grade for Pink Venom by Blackpink is a low D. Let us all know your thoughts on Pink Venom, and look out for the video explaining how the song makes use of contrast. Or try the review of Unholy by Sam Smith and Kim Petras. And for early access and full scorecards for each review, consider supporting the channel on Patreon. See you next time.